Hey, what's up, buddy?
What is going on?
Okay. I have you on. Now I gotta see. Oh, that's good. Get that one out the way. Ooh. Boop, boop. We see now. Let's see if I can add Moon to the call. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But they are.
Alright. So definitely a confirmation. This is episode 100.
This is definitely episode 100.
Well, I went back and I put all of our episodes into a spreadsheet.
Nice. You and those spreadsheets, man.
Tell me about it. I seriously have a problem.
Yeah.
After doing this, it's like, yeah.
Do you remember? Oh, go ahead.
No, actually, like I said, I went back through and because I have their release date, how long we were, what hosts, what guests were on. I have all this information now.
Drop that in our private Discord. I'd like to see, the time, how long we podcasted for.
Copy link. I will DM this to you directly.
Thank you, sir. I'm okay. I'm totally going to leave this in the show, too.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I definitely have a problem.
Yeah.
It's like a spreadsheet every freaking thing.
Well, it's a warehousing thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude. You. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Anyhow. Yeah.
Good morning, is what Des was trying to say.
Okay. Well, good morning.
Thank you.
Do we have a thing to go over first, or?
No, we kind of just shoot from the hip and freewheel.
Yeah.
We kind of just...
Living on the edge. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Forewarning, we are tangential and, as the name suggests, random. So that's about it.
Yeah, if you feel the need to speak on a topic, to go off on something.
Oh, don't worry. I'm loud and obnoxious. You won't be having silence from me.
Then you'll fit in.
Also, it's 7:30 on a Saturday, and I have a headache. So, yeah, that's fine. So how do we record? Do we use Audacity? Send you an audio file separately?
We make it very easy. I'm recording everyone right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So all you have to do is enjoy your time while having a headache, which is kind of hard to do, and be the lovely you.
Okay. I guess I can do that. Yeah. Let me know when we're gonna actually start the podcast.
Oh, we've already started.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, we don't do a.
We don't usually do very many introductions. It's more of a.
You're joining us in the conversation.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
kind of thing.
Oh, good. I see.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
So it's sort of like you, Moonvald, walked into the room that Des and I were in, and we were just like, "Oh crap, sit down, let's talk." So that's what the listeners are gonna get.
Oh, I gotcha.
For those that don't know, and for you, Moon, this is our 100th episode.
Oh, special.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. You were the special guest.
Wonderful.
It just
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It just so happens to work out that you happen to get
Yeah.
the big promotion.
Uh-huh.
And for those that have been living under a rock and don't know who you are, allow me to give you one of the world-famous Buster Knuckle introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my esteemed honor to bring to you, on episode 100 of the RNGCast, the one, the only, the manager of Planet Destiny, Moonvald.
Project Destiny.
Project Destiny.
That's what we're going to rebrand as. No, we're not.
No, don't do that. That's so much work.
But yeah, no, that's me.
So yeah, congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Which hilariously just kind of worked out that way because we had you on and then Buster's like, oh yeah, she just got this thing. It's like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, you'd asked me, Buster had asked me beforehand, so before that happened to me.
So that just kind of quite literally fell into our laps.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, all right. And we have no idea what to do with that, so yeah.
Me either. So.
So we're all on the same page.
Tough.
Oh, wow.
No, right? Because this is like, wow, you know?
Yeah.
Once again, congratulations. Let's put it that way.
Yes, for sure.
I heard you on Dan Finity's Side Quest Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of was just like, I'd really like to talk to her for a few hours about anything and everything. And then I messaged Dan. I was like, hey, Dan, how hard is Moon to get on the show? He said, can you send the DM?
Yeah.
And I mean, you know Dan. And I was like, yeah, I can. He's like, well, there you go, bub. And I did. And you said, yeah. And I listened to your episode a couple times because working in a warehouse, you tend to do that. And I have to say, your art sounds extremely interesting.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know how much time I'm going to have for it now, but I kind of have to readjust my priorities, I guess. I still do want to make and sell things, so yeah.
So, real quick, why don't you tell everybody what you do for art-wise?
Art-wise, I do a lot of traditional painting, so I do a lot of watercolor and acrylic and oil stuff. But one of the big staples of my art, I guess, commercially, is the painted animal skulls that I do. So basically, I will take any kind of animal skull that I can get my hands on. More often than not, it's a coyote skull because they're easy to get a hold of. And I will paint them, and I will sell them. And that's about that.
I've actually mentioned that just sounds super cool. Like I kind of want one in my office because I have art from everybody that I know. Like I'm getting. Yeah. I got Cobb Art 1 did something for me.
I love Cobb.
Yeah,
he does good work.
He does amazing work.
Mm-hmm.
I have a local a guy I met at the Wizard Con who does watercolors, and I got a bunch of stuff done by him. And now that I know you do animal skulls, which just sounds really cool, by the way. I don't know. How did you come up with that idea?
So a long time ago, I was at an estate sale, and they had some really old bovine skulls that were hanging up on the side of the building. And I bought them, and then I had no idea what to do with them for a long time. And then I decided, hey, I might as well paint these. So I did. And they turned out to be pretty popular. So, yeah.
Is there a skull that you really want to paint that you haven't yet?
I'd really like to paint a bear skull or something to that effect. I've seen them around a couple times. I've actually never painted anything with like antlers, so maybe a deer would be neat. Yeah.
You think that might actually be the next common type of skull to be able to get your hands on? Would be deer.
Yeah, I probably could. The only thing about that is they're usually pretty expensive.
Ah, okay, there you go. That's fair.
Yeah. I've painted doe skulls before, just never bucks.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, because people would want the antlers to hang up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, no promises, but I know a couple hunters, and I might be able to be the middleman of getting you either a bear or a buck skull to paint.
Sure.
So if everything plans out, next time when I go back to work, I know a couple hunters that I work with they do that every weekend when it's hunting season. So,
Oh, cool.
Little gift for you if I can bring that to fruition.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
Yeah. So obviously, Planet Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously play Destiny, hence the reason why you were on. What do you main? What's your main class, subclass, loadout, that kind of stuff? Give us the introductory to you as a guardian.
Okay. Weapons are pretty much neither here nor there, at least in D2. But I am a Voidwalker, like ride or die, no matter what. That's like the brand. So,
Fair.
yeah. Yep. But as far as weapons do go, there are a few that I like. I don't know. I just don't feel like I have a set loadout. I really like Merciless and Telesto. I'm big on fusions in D2. They're a lot of fun. I like scout rifles a lot. I'm actually digging the Autumn Wind for pulse rifles for my kinetic slot. Yeah, nothing super exciting.
You said all the right weapons.
Oh, good.
You literally, as you kept naming weapons, it was like, this magic moment. I was like, yes,
Yeah, well,
say
good.
it. Fusions?
Yes.
And then you said Autumn Wind, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Because Des and I were doing a lot of PvP a couple weeks ago, testing out weapons, and I found the Autumn Wind, and I was like, I love this gun.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With the adjustments they've made.
Yeah, they're on the right track. That's for sure. So Des, as you know, it's time for the This Week at Bungie, and Bungie has been dropping some little clips.
Some little clips, indeed.
That Rat King.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah.
That cracked me up. That was really funny to watch.
Yeah. Just to see them. It was great. It was great. Oh my god. But yes, about these weapon things. One of the first ones they dropped, they told us about the Graviton Lance, and they actually showed us Graviton Lance. Oh my god, explosions. So we got that. They have released, 2 more previews that they talked about a little more in the TWAB. One, of course, Rat King, which for those, they're doing quite a bit to Rat King, apparently making it full auto. So that way you can properly feel each level of change that Rat King goes through, which it's a very nice change. And the fact that Rat Pack will actually activate, its perk will actually activate for others as long as a teammate has it equipped, but not, it doesn't have to be in hand anymore. Apparently right now Rat Pack, to benefit from Rat Pack, Rat King has to be in hand. And adorable picture from Cosmo, of course, with a cat and a rat in the TWAB. Keep your eyes open, people. It's adorable. Anyhow, and then they also gave us a show of Skyburner's Oath, which, oh my god, this actually looks pretty.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah, it looked interesting, and then I read about it, and I was like, this is something. So the changes to Skyburners: when you ADS, it will still be slow firing. It will be hit scan. But the change, when you start hip firing, it will basically turn into a miniature grenade launcher. It's kind of how they're, it almost feels like a rapid fire grenade launcher. So it gets the 200 RPM rate of fire. It lobs these explosive round bullets at enemies. That A, looks amazing, and B, does look like a little grenade launcher going out. It is no longer hit scan when hip fired, or will not be. And
That's really interesting.
Yes, it
I wonder
looks.
how that's gonna feel, like the hand feel of that's gonna be
Yeah,
like.
no, it's like this is like Skyburners is actually it's probably even more ambitious considering the change from hit scan to a projectile speed projectile, and they're even like augmenting the damage ratio for hip firing. It's like kind of reducing the precision, but like maybe increasing damage in general. I think I read somewhere to keep it feeling a little better, and that way you don't necessarily need to get precision hits because I mean, good luck doing that on a
Projectile-based weapon, yeah.
yeah. Whew. So yeah, these are going to be insanely interesting changes. I mean, and this is still just the tip of the iceberg.
Definitely.
I mean, with just with the small list of things that they've said aren't going to change, they've probably given us an equal amount of that list of changes that they are making. So yeah, there's still a lot more out there that's. I cannot wait. I just cannot wait because this. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize like it hadn't really registered how close the DLC was to me until the other day. So I was like, oh, that's in like 3 weeks. Okay, sure, I guess. So that's fine.
Yeah, that was me this morning.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be at like the end of May because hasn't it been in the past when we have like an update or something to that effect? It's usually later on in the month.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, like historically, I think it has been a little more closer to mid, but yeah, there have been a few that have been later as well. It's just not this one.
No, yeah, which is nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The sooner we can get the changes, the better.
Yes. But yeah, like I said though, this, I mean, because these exotic changes, I mean, the Rat King just seems perfect. Like, I think we were all hoping at one point in time that Rat King would kind of become full auto. Especially before any 6v6 or 6-player activities were viable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. And like I said, Skyburners is very ambitious with, I mean, not only Skyburners, but freaking Graviton Lance becoming a 2-round burst. I think it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and all those explosions. Oh my god, this...
Is there a weapon that you guys would like to see that hasn't been shown yet? I mean, are you... What exotic are you the most curious to see what they changed about?
Well, are they making significant changes like that to all of them, or?
Well, I mean, as far as I know, they're at least touching most of them.
Yeah.
As far as significant, I don't know. Because I mean,
dog is very excited.
That would be Pete. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's funny.
Let me see. Because there are some exotics that kind of do their job. That they did, like Sweet Business. It's kind of an example of that. I mean, it does what it's supposed to, but at the same time, Bungie hasn't, excluded it from being touched. So,
I think I would like to see Tractor Cannon be a little bit more powerful.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Oh, is this your dog?
That's my dog, yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
Thank you.
Is he a Malamute?
Yeah.
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah, he's I just wanted to show you, like, that. This is why he's that's the noise you hear. The listeners all know. I mean, I went from having a German Shepherd who would talk the entire episode and bark at the end to him who only squeaks and bites on bones super loud. But yeah, kudos for you for knowing Malamute too, by the way. Everybody says, oh, he's a husky. Like, no, he's not.
No, he's a Malamute. I used to work in the pet industry, so I know my dog breeds.
Oh.
But yeah.
You are just...
I also might have like a ton of background noise right now.
It's fine.
But yeah. Tractor cannon be fun.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think. I would like an exotic sword. Can we have
I know,
that?
right?
That'd be cool.
We do not have one right now, though.
No.
But yes, that would be a very nice.
Mm-hmm. Are there any weapons you guys would like to see come back from D1?
The rest of them? Now, of course, it's hilarious because I hear this question a lot on like the podcasts I listen to, and I swear it's like a list of like Gallarhorn, Last Word, or Thorn, and it's like, why?
I want Bad Juju. I want No Land Beyond. I would like, I actually would like Boolean Gemini. I think that would be really good in this game particularly. Yeah.
Solid answers. Especially the deep cut of Boolean that nobody wanted to remember when it released. So
I liked Boolean Gemini in D1.
I like just design.
It was fun. But I don't know. I think it would be interesting in the sandbox in D2.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would say personally, I'm excited to see what they do with the Crimson.
Yeah, they need to do something.
Yeah,
I would, in the same kind of vein, like, how about more Tex Mechanica stuff?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we have the Prospector, we have Crimson, and in D1 we had the Chaperone and the Last Word. Do we have anything else? Am I missing something?
That's
not very...
Last Word. First Curse.
First Curse, yeah. But, like, that's not a whole lot, is it?
No.
It's just really not. So, yeah.
I think... What would I mean, I'd like you said, I'd like to see the Bad Juju come back. That was one of my my favorites. The Queensbreaker bow went like a weapon that tools dual purpose. That would be very, very fun to have in this sandbox to play with. Des, help me out here. Full auto fusion rifle, exotic, the one everybody forgets about.
Pocket Infinity.
Yes, that's one I want to see come back too.
Yeah, I can see that being really interesting.
Another Weapon House had a rough development cycle, or like post-release.
Yeah.
I had a rough time finding out exactly what to do with that thing.
It was fun though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely. I point this at you. I pull the trigger. I expend all my rounds, but you are dead.
Yeah.
So,
I actually just got Vex Mythoclast in D1 because I did Vault of Glass a few months ago. That was the last exotic I needed. I got it, so that was nice.
Very nice.
It's very fun to use.
it was more fun when it was prominent. When it was before they nerfed everything about it, and then they realized, oh crap, we nerfed everything about this gun that was supposed to be super awesome to have. But it is super awesome to have.
It is, yeah. It's really cool. I don't know, I just really like the concept of it, too.
Let me see. So, also coming from this TWAB, we have, who is it? Senior designer Daniel Akampo?
I'm not sure.
Names. Yeah, that's a good one. But anyway, he's started. Jesus, mean words today. I swear, it's not happening. But yeah, so he starts talking about changes to the power climb, which is apparently going to be significantly different once more Warmind drops. So
that would be really nice.
Right. So, as a quick recap, if I can actually find, it seems the hard cap for Warmind, here we go, is 380. So not including any plus or minus the +5 mods. 380 is the hard cap, 340 is the soft cap.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
So the goal is basically from the time you hit 340, like from 340 to 370 will apparently feel similar, because it's going to be still a similar mechanic, but apparently from what they say, the grind from 370 to 380 can take just as long as from 340 to 370. Because there's also a lot of like powerful rewards that are not going to be dropping as high of light as they are right now. So basically, after you hit 370 on the climb to 380, basically exotics will, even exotics will start dropping from 0 to 2 points above your best possible light. So, actually, no, that might not even be to 370. That might have to be, that's after the soft cap of 340, actually.
okay.
Sweat players.
So what you're telling me is they're putting the grind back into Destiny?
Yeah, because, everybody wanted that kind of grind back. Right.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of liked it.
You see, it might be a lot easier if you had like a super large clan and you got the guaranteed 4 clan engrams to help.
Whoa, that's also not going to be a thing with this power climb either.
You don't.
Clan engrams are also changing with this new power climb. Before you hit the soft cap, clan engrams will give you 15 power higher than your current best possible. But after you hit soft cap, they're 0 to 2 points above your best possible light. So from 340 on to 380, clan engrams will not give you a boost anymore. They'll get you to the soft cap, but beyond that, this just for the context of what's in the engram, essentially.
Interesting.
And in an effort to combat exploits around creating new characters to take advantage of one-time quest rewards, they are limiting quest rewards to the soft cap for the release that they appeared in. So Destiny 2 launch quests will cap at 260, Curse of Osiris at 300, and Warmind at 340.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete and total sense, and it's a good security measure to be put in. I swear, me and words today just ain't happening.
No, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I go and reach for them, and it's like, no, no, get to reach a little faster. No, it's not happening. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the gist of the power climb changes. They basically are trying to get you to get to that final power just a little slower. Which, that can definitely at least help the, especially if the raid's going to be, or should I say the layer, or raid, or however they manage that. That's going to be your source of, in-game power and hitting that climb. I guess it makes that a little more valuable in that regard. So I can understand a lot of these changes. In that, and farming exotics, because exotics will even drop the same. If they drop from a non-weekly source, they'll come out of the engram at the same power as a legendary would after you've gotten to the soft cap. So you won't even be able to use exotics, or you won't even be able to farm exotics to quick boost your power. So I mean,
Gonna be challenging.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a grind.
That's all right with me, but that's just a preference thing, I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it all depends on exactly how it feels, though, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, good lord, it's like I didn't think D1-esque time to kills would be as fun as the Vigilant Swing has turned into in D2. But, yeah, that gun's actually pretty fun. So, I reserve judgment until I can feel it now.
Yeah, definitely.
But just playing devil's advocate here, which is, what I'm here for. Do you think that kind of makes it that only the hardcore raiders and the trials players and the like would be able to get to max level, to max light?
Well,
I feel like, well, I don't know. I think at the end of D1 they kind of had it at a good balance where you wouldn't have to do all that stuff, but it would just take you longer. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember grinding trials to get to max light at some point, and that was just no fun, but I did it anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah, like for me, I'm admittedly not a raider. I don't raid that much because time. So it seems like they're kind of switching from one extreme to the next almost. Mm-hmm. Like how everybody was complaining like, oh, it's too casual, and now they're like, to some people, I mean I don't really care. I'll play the game like I always play it. If I can't hit 380, I can't hit 380, whatever. But now it seems like they're going to more of the let's go to the hardcore. We went to the casual. I say that in air quotes. But now let's go to the people who make the videos to complain about how the game is too lax and not grindy enough. Let's give them everything they want and more. And I'm not afraid of a grind. I'm not afraid of a grind. Let's put that out there. I'm okay with everything that they're doing.
I mean, you say that they're putting like a weight back on these content creators, but legitimately, they're refocusing it similarly to how D1 was. If you wanted max light in in early D1, you especially vanilla. There's only one way to do it: vault.
Oh yeah, the vault grind.
You had, if you wanted to hit max light or max level, you had to play vault. I mean, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, the only alternate path that came originally was in House of Wolves with the trials.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it gave the PvP guys a thing that, they didn't have to trudge themselves through the latest raid or whatever. So, it does definitely feel that, it feels like, like I said, they're bringing it back to the end of D1, Age of Triumph, where, yeah, playing the raids and playing the in-game stuff is definitely is going to be the faster way to get you to the end, but I still don't think it's going to be the only way. It's just going to be a lot slower, which from a casual perspective right now, hitting max light is very fast. If all you do is your weekly milestones and crap, is actually pretty fast to hit max light. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it all depends on the field, but I think they're trying to bring it back into an alignment to where it's focusing on in-game. Because, I mean, for the casual person that does their milestones, there's no reason to go into a raid for max light or gear or anything.
Yeah.
This gives them a little more incentive to want to go in there if it's going to speed up their...
And that was kind of the conversation early on in the game, was just incentive. We need more incentive. So
exactly.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I'm just excited to see the new gear, the new weapons, the new, all the new, I guess would be the best way to put it. And that's coming, in 3 days? The 24th, right?
Yeah, when we get the stream.
Yeah, we'll at least get a taste of it, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then from there, 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then we got the drop.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I said, I woke up today and was like, oh my god, this is not far away.
Yeah. Yep. So.
All right, and that. It's Deej guest appearing in the TWAB, which I think is very meta and interesting. And I love Cosmo's introduction for him. The guy who used to write these weekly blog addresses. Anyway, so yeah, he talks about the summit, and of course, the doc, and yeah, of course, movies of the week, which has also interestingly, Nightfall top scores. I do find hilarious. Almost hit 300,000.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the highest score is 297,653. So,
holy crap!
Yeah, I find that highly interesting, all things considered, because that was DFA grind, and I just it's hilarious because the high scores before were around what, like 110, 120. You put something to grind for, and all of a sudden those scores have exploded. Also, apparently DFA stands for Death from Above.
Yes, because the Vex thing that pops up at the beginning of the boss fight, and then the Cabal dude just comes down from the goddamn sky.
Yeah, apparently, I think in French, maybe, there's a language where it's actually not acronymed. It's not abbreviated. And then like a lot of people are like, well, it's Death from Above translated, and DFA is, of course, those initials, and the same is true also in German for sure. How its acronym in German is their Death from Above. So yeah, very interesting. But that's the TWAB. Again, I still haven't been able to get though, but that's fine. People wanted to grind. Let me not get my freaking hand cannon, you pieces of crap. I wanted that thing. But anyhow.
What else did they call it? The didn't fucking acquire.
I know, right? There we go.
Des, I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's just, like, I had to have done nearly 100 of those nightfalls.
I can't really complain because I didn't really grind for it.
Oh, I did, but
it happens.
Yeah.
Next time it rolls around, maybe.
I did get like in the last 3 I ran with Grolikoff, his wife was able to get it within their 3 runs, so.
At least somebody got it.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Yeah, Buster got 2 of them.
Yeah. I was helping Des, and then it dropped, and I heard him go, ugh. And I didn't look at the screen, and I was like, what happened? He's like, I just can't. I can't with you. I can't. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, you got another one. I'm like, oh God. Oh no. I'm so sorry. But
yeah,
they're doing good. I mean, they're doing everything that needs to be done.
I mean, there's incentives to like do things for sure.
Yeah.
They're making sure like there's stuff we want to chase for. And yeah, because even if they don't perform amazing, these Nightfall Strike weapons and stuff just look very sexy. I mean,
this is true. I'm kind of mad, that I didn't get the silicone neuroma for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah,
that's a really good looking gun.
It is
really, really, really good looking gun.
What is it this week? What's the Nightfall reward? Is it the ship or the
it's Brakazan, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's the
Arms
Sparrow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a Sparrow.
Okay. So I don't need to really get too grindy into it then.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's worth it. I mean, if you really want a Sparrow,
I do not.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need a Sparrow that bad.
Yeah. I don't think most people do.
What's one that you're? I mean, obviously the silicone. Is it the weapons that are interesting to you?
Yeah, mostly. Okay. I'd like to see some armor. We haven't seen any armor yet from the Nightfalls, have we?
No, we haven't. That
would be kind of cool.
They have not brought in just yet. I mean, a lot of people are hoping because, I mean, this is like early, Nightfall loot. So I am hoping for an expansion at some point in time. Whenever they get some free minds and free hands working on it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, armor would be cool, I think. I mean, when they first came out, I thought that the entire list was for one Nightfall. And I was like, oh man, Bungie's really going all out on this one, aren't they? They're going all in. And then I read more and it was like, no, that's not what it is. It's just one for each. I'm
sure they'll do more though.
Yeah,
There's no reason they wouldn't.
It's just it's a waiting game, and I'm okay with waiting.
Yeah.
You know, as long as when Savathun's song comes up, I get that auto rifle, we'll be fine. We will be fine. So, Moon, I know you have a little bit of a time crunch, and it's coming up shortly. Did you want to plug anything? You know, any final words? Any last goodbyes? Anything like that?
No, I mean, as far as anything else goes, I'm going to be working on Planet Destiny a lot, so if you want to see what I'm up to, you can follow us, Planet Destiny, at Destiny News _net. You can also find us at Twitch at Planet _Destiny. We're going to have some new content for you soon, hopefully at the beginning of May. But that's what most of my time is going to right now. So, and as for me, you can follow me on Twitter at Moonvald. Same on Twitch. And pretty much anywhere, just search Moonvald and you can find me.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Hopefully next time it will be for a little bit longer. I must have not read that you. I just saw that you mentioned that you had to go. You know, once again, always welcome to come on. Congratulations on the promotion for Planet Destiny.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure to speak with you, and I'm really good at time now, I guess, because you said you had 15 minutes, and I brought you right to the edge.
There you go. All right, you guys.
Have a great day.
Yep.
Indeed.
Thank you for being on.
No problem. You have a good one.
Thank you.
You too.
So that was Moonvald, the manager of Planet Destiny.
Indeed.
She came in. She joined us during the Destiny Speak, the Destiny Talks, and
I mean, we're also not quite done with Destiny.
Yeah.
Because 6v6 banner has dropped. It's been a thing. Buster, how many matches have you played?
None.
Why not?
I have everything I need for Iron Banner. I have no desire to play.
But this is 6v6.
Yeah, I might.
It's a whole new experience.
I know. I might.
What's wrong with you, Buster?
I can tell you why, Des. I can tell you why I'm not playing 6v6 Iron Banner, but we don't want to talk about that right now. I can't give the warning this early in the show. Okay? I cannot give the warning this early in the show. By the way, it rhymes with Paladins.
Anywho. No, I actually went into hilariously. I was hoping 6v6 would express path my chest ornament. Because as you know, and some listeners will know, I was at like 20-some% during the last Iron Banner on my chest piece. Apparently I wasn't smacking enough people in the face. Fantastic.
How is it now?
Well, let's see. I did not turn on my PS4 at all yesterday. I binge watched some Netflix, but in the 3 days I was able to play, I'm done with it.
Nice.
I'm like absolutely done with it. Of course, I also did I did one of the things I should have done a long time ago, because I actually went Archstrider, because apparently depending upon proximity, when you actually pop your super, it does count as melee kills. Really? So there's that. Yeah. I mean, at least I think so. I mean, every time I popped a super, popped a super, checked again, it'd go up like 1%. So I mean, it seemed to help. I could be wrong, but it seemed to help. Anywho, the fact that I was using Shinobus again for those crazy freaking skip nades was great, because his teammate would get somebody weak, and of course, it's especially with the Go Fest, like oh, there they go running off. All I had to do was just make sure I toss a skip nade, started tracking them. As long as they didn't recover before, one of the skips hit them, it's like easy cleanups. And it's like, oh, I miss skip nades. Mm-hmm. I really did miss skip nades. And doing Arc Strider was actually extraordinarily fun. Especially considering that, there's so many ranges that so many things I don't know about Arc Strider because I didn't pay it any attention. Such as like the range changes, which let me tell you what, the range on that heavy swing, just a normal heavy swing, is ridiculous. That got me a double down when I didn't even think it'd give me a kill. I thought I was too far away, and it's like, well, the heavy swing, they both evaporated. Huh. Mm-hmm. All right. I did not realize that an enemy's aerial slam can kill an Arc Strider in one hit. Information I learned. Because I went to approach someone, they hopped in the air, they popped, and they bopped me. And it's like, oh, wow, that's the thing I didn't know. Which happened a lot while I was playing Strider. Oh my god, that's the thing I didn't know. Oh, that's the thing I didn't. Anyway, either way, all the ornaments are done. I actually played enough to get both my Titan Demo Warlock full sets of armor.
Nice.
So every character I have is rocking or can rock an entire banner set now. And like I said, then I didn't even turn on my PS4 yesterday. So, but yeah, 6v6 feels really nice. Like surprisingly, because I think they mentioned putting in some of their work on spawns, maybe like as it dropped. Mm-hmm. Spawns don't feel bad, man. Spawns do not feel that bad. There are a couple maps that things get a little wonky. Like the first time I felt it was on the Burnout, which it's like I told someone, on 6v6, Shrine had funky spawns. It was kind of a smaller map, so it's like, I was almost expecting it, and then like I spawned up and someone was shooting at me. It's like, oh, yeah, this feels normal on this map still. I mean, but there wasn't a lot of that. Like, there was nowhere near, at least from my experiences, as much like getting caught off spawn into gunfire that I thought there would be. It just feels, essentially it feels like D16v6 all over again. It's chaos. Like, it took me at least 3 games before I could go positive.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, it's just the slight differences in mentality between the 4s and the 6s, it tripped me up. I'm used to, I'm pretty good at predicting engagements and, things like that now, but now with 6s, it's just like there's always that one extra person in an angle that you didn't have to watch before. But now all of a sudden, you have to watch it because they're there and they're shooting at you. So I'd go and get an engagement. I'd have first shot, and it's like, ooh, I got you. All of a sudden, out of my left or right, it's like, hey, buddy. It's like, crap. Dang it.
Yeah, like we're so used to looking at the one side.
Exactly. You only usually have to worry about your one, like 6s definitely you have to get your head back in a swivel and like check multiple angles and basically not engage when you're open from multiple angles because it's a thing again. So yeah, it's a lot of like getting that mentality back. Because someone asked me how it was, and it's like, well, I'm doing awful. But I said I'm doing awful. It's like, oh, I heard things were. It's like, no. The game type is fine. It's just I'm not in that headspace to do well in 6s, and it took a while. But I wouldn't say I did incredibly. Had a few good matches.
Yeah,
I think I ended up getting like 30 kills in one match. It was very nice. But yeah, it's chaos, and it makes Banner feel good, I think, because it's different. It's definitely different because, like I said, it's different mentality. It's that D16's mentality that you need back, and I don't know, it feels good.
Well, I mean,
the fact that it's in banner.
I mean, yeah, we've actually said. I mean, we're not the only ones who said it, but a bunch of other people a bunch of other podcasts have said if Iron Banner was only 6v6, it would make it unique, different.
Exactly, and that's how it feels right now. It just feels really cool because you have this one limited thing to get that gateway back, and it just feels really, really good. But also, bravo on them, like, not actually getting the spawns completely and totally mangled. Because, I mean...
Easily it could have.
Easily. I was expecting it. I was literally going and expecting it, and it hadn't happened that much to me. So, I mean, like, bravo. Like, they actually released something with, I mean, well, 8-man Rumble was ambitious. I wouldn't be surprised if they knock it down to 7-man Rumble. I'm legitimately shocked. Like, nobody at Bungie's like, why don't we just make it 7-man Rumble? Because,
we like sevens.
Sevens. I mean, it's like there was an opportunity there, Bungie, and fell just a little short there. I mean, and it also brings out an opportunity to bring back 7th Column as Rumble medal.
Yeah.
I mean... but yeah, so that's I don't know, my quick thoughts and opinions on new banner. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I've talked to a few people about it. It's just I have what I need. I have the ornaments. I have the armor. I have all the weapons I want. I mean, sure, I might just hop in just to say, like, okay, cool, 6s. This is what 6s feels like in Destiny 2. I didn't really see the need.
I mean, you say that, but it's 6s.
I mean, yeah, if we had...
That was your home in D1.
I guess.
Oh, no, guess nothing. That was your home in D1. Because you didn't enjoy that much of 3s or small teams. You embraced the chaos of 6s.
Yeah, I mean...
It's like, you may forget. But I don't.
No, I don't forget. I know the chaos. I just don't want to have to deal with me saying I fucking hate this PvP in this game because the entire enemy squad is using the the vigilance wing. I know where I get frustrated.
And
yeah,
it's literally no different than any other time in Destiny though right now. Wow, there's one weapon that's a little stronger than anything else.
No, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Hilariously, while I've been running 6s, I haven't even ran Vigilance Wing.
Really?
Yeah, I've been running like Antiope and Impromptu. And yeah, I mean, I've been killed by a few Vigilance Wings, sure, but I mean, at the same time, if like I can outrange your Vigilance Wing, so yeah, especially like it's because I started running it because I mean, it's just I kind of looked to take advantage of those ranges. Mm-hmm. And for a while, I'm even running like Antiope and Martyr's Make, which for long-time listeners, like when the precision auto rifles got nerfed, I started running adaptive, and my favorite adaptive was Martyr's Make. Now, even though that the 600s had the better time to kill, it's like there was that warning from people like, Mercules. It's like, well, 600s don't have the range of 450s. So there's that. But I was engaging people at ridiculous ranges with Martyr's Make. I now know why. Mm-hmm. It has ricochet rounds.
Reach out and touch me.
Exactly. So I figured out why I really liked Martyr's Make. Because ricochet rounds. So yeah, I even threw that on, and I was putting in work with it. I mean, I'm kind of like on a ricochet round kick. Like most of the weapons I use, and I'm actually doing well with, have ricochet rounds. But yeah, so I'm like really just taking advantage of those range jumps, and I don't know. It's because I mean it's 6s. I mean there's. Yeah, the team shots can be ridiculous. Let me tell you what. You thought turning a corner on 4 people? Mm-hmm. It was rough. Dude, you can barely blink when it's a 5 or 6 stack. Like, people actually running in a pack and capturing these zones, and you just turn the corner, it's like, oh.
See ya.
I'm dead already.
And I'm dead. But it makes rocket kills real fun, I have a feeling.
Oh, God. I actually haven't ran a rocket. And, I mean, because also, like, with the power change, well, with the power changes, like, of course, it's 6s. Like, for some reason, everyone, like, in 4s, there's so few people that I've been matched with to grab power. In 6s, everybody's grabbing power. And I don't know, especially like with these power changes, I actually now don't mind blueberries that don't get kills with power because you can take it off their corpse. It's like, oh, you did nothing with this. Give me this rocket, and I'm just going to go on. But actually, I haven't used rockets too much. Hilariously, I was using for a while, at least on my Titan, Hawthorne's shotgun. Mm-hmm. And that's been a challenge getting back into that. Like I've like lost my touch on like shotgun movement since D1 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll hop on a little bit today just to feel the chaos, as you so eloquently put it.
I mean, like I said, it's like I said, my matchmaking is still in this weird spot, but I mean, I haven't run across too many Vigilance Wings, but at the same time, it's like, of course, you can expect it because, like I said, it's still Destiny, and Destiny's always had this period, always, that something is going to perform really, really good, and people are just going to gravitate towards it. So yeah, there is that. I'm not going to say you won't have a non-salty time if you run across a bunch of Vigilance Wings. It might happen, but that's definitely not the only. I've been killed I was killed by Sturm. It's like, excuse me? You know that hasn't changed, right? It's not super good. It's kind of good. It's just not super good yet.
It's not good right now. What are you doing?
Why are you using that? But yeah, so very interesting. The sample sizing of weapons I've been killed by has been very interesting, to say the least. So yeah. But yeah, still, definitely a lot of Vigilance Wings. A lot. It's just, I didn't use it. For some reason. For some strange reason. But yeah, so like I said, I played enough to get my ornament done. Had a crap ton of tokens. So all my characters have Iron Banner gear now. I'm surprisingly happy with that. It's actually pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Well, especially now that you can buy them. Because it's like it ended up, I didn't have enough reward packages pulled from my Titan to just straight buy the helmet. But I had a helmet drop, and the only thing I was missing was like the arms, which I could buy directly. So I just bought them directly, and then swapped over to my Warlock. I really like that system. And that system actually makes it super easy to get stuff. Or the stuff you're looking for, should I say. Which, because I found myself missing the actual banner drops.
Yeah, the end ones.
Yeah, I do kind of miss those chances, but at the same time, with this token system and the direct buy methodology, I can understand why it's not there, because it is just supremely easy to be able to get exactly what you want, so long as that's what you want or whatever. But yeah, that's Raven's time and back into the chaos of 6v6. Holy crap. Ton of fun, though.
Well, that's all that really matters, right? As long as you're having fun.
For sure. Like I said, the amount of arc strike, oh my god. Like, there's so many, like, hunters out there right now, just in PvP in general, I guess. Like, oh my god. And at least half of them are striders. a third of what's left, or 3/4 of what's left, are Night Stalkers, and you still get the occasional Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Somewhat. Every now and then.
Every once in a while. Yeah. Me?
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you might have convinced me to hop in there before we play our RNG Death Squad game today. I know, Des, that this, I wouldn't say is a monumentous occasion in the history of the RNG cast. Because as we mentioned today, this is episode 100, good sir.
100. A couple episodes sooner than some of us were expecting.
I can't do numbers.
But yeah, I'm definitely 100. Like I said, I double checked it and it's there.
Yeah.
It's like we are there in 4 weeks. Be our second anniversary. 1 month will be our second anniversary.
Yeah, man. Weird, right?
Yeah.
So we reached out to the Revolution for topics, and I mean, we had a lot of questions and topics left over from last week because we had Game Boy Jones over. We didn't want to concentrate too heavily on the Destiny questions, so we have some listener mail or word of the Revolution, whatever you want to call it. I haven't made a drop yet. This one comes from Gorilla Golf. Does the May 8th update make or break the game? Because that is a lot. That's a lot coming out. That is a lot coming out at once. To come out at once. So,
make or break? No. That's going to be the
big boy
fall release. Yeah, it's going to be the fall release. It's going to be make or break. To be honest, this. I don't know. It is definitely a smaller make or break because this is going to be what people look forward to before. Mm-hmm. Like this is going to be what's appetizing people before the fall release. It helped with. It basically helped with D1 House of Wolves. It changed enough to get people interested, and of course, it brought in trials. So it gave the PvP people the thing to do. Which guess what? So's this drop. Rankings are coming in this drop, giving the PvP people something to do. Mm-hmm. Just saying, history is kind of repeating. Something new that we didn't have and we're coming. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's make or break, but it might affect like oncoming interest for whatever game-breaking things they may decide to do for the big boy drop. But no, like I said, I don't think I would go as far as saying make or break. I don't think it'll be that severe. But yes, this is a whole bunch of crap that's coming. Jesus. Also
from Gorilla Golf, because I was going to read other people's comments to that question as opposed to them being questions, because, words and numbers, they're the same to me. What remastered game / series is your guys' favorite?
Shadow of the Colossus was really good.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to go right to Shadow.
I mean, Shadow of the Colossus is really, really good. I would say Final Fantasy VII, but the remake has not actually, been finished yet, thanks to Tsuyu Nomura. So, yeah.
We don't talk Final Fantasy, Des. Too soon.
Screw you. I'm still going to talk Final Fantasy.
I know you will.
Screw everyone else, too. Still love you, but screw you. I'm going to talk about the game I have like 25 freaking years experience in.
That's a deep cut. I would say I would say Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah. I would love to see a Blood Omen / Soul Reaver remastered.
For sure. Something I would take just about anything at this point in time.
Yeah.
Can't say. Yeah, I think Shadow of the Colossus is kind of like kind of it.
The shining example, right?
Yeah. Because, I mean, they did great things for the Final Fantasy X-10-2 remake. I mean, some really great things. Of course, the best things that they did for that was actually the PlayStation 4 version of that re-release. They cleaned it up just a little more. Mm-hmm. And it looks really good on PS4. And then they did the same for 12, which, I mean, like I said, they all look good, but like I said, the shining pinnacle is definitely Shadow of the Colossus. Like, they took a fairly basic-looking PlayStation game and transformed it into something that, if people didn't know any better, might think it was like, you know, its first release. Like, I mean, it just looks that good, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Shadow of the Colossus would be it for me. But like I said, Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain would be a good addition to the remasters. Yeah, you guys can do that, please. That'd be great. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Square Enix, we know you own those now. Stop canceling Nosgoth and actually do something, guys. It's like speaking of, you know, people that own Final Fantasy, Square. Yeah. Stop being douchebags on Legacy of Kain, please.
Yeah. Just give me Nosgoth, please. I will play it. I don't care if I'm the only one playing it. I will play it.
Let's see. I will also bring up Fred Bob Bazooka. Mm-hmm. Love you, buddy. Because he does bring up good points. Like, yeah, season pass buyers have no reason to come back after a second DLC. That's true. Because, well, this is the last of our obligated things, but at the same time, I mean, yeah. I mean, there's nothing to, like, depending upon how you feel about the season pass, like, you may not be hype or anything for this DLC, but at the same time, that's where, like I said, like we said, the big boy drop is actually going to have to come in. I mean, they're going to have to interest people after second DLC. Because of that comment right there. Like, season pass buyers have no reason to come back. And that is true. Except for however much fun they have changed or made things and changed things. There is no, like, you know, mandatory commitment from your side after that. But that's also, like, the pressure Bungie is feeling, or would have to feel at that point in time, because after this DLC drop, they have no more guaranteed returns, basically. Because, you know, season pass people may be returning for each DLC drop, but again, there's no more guaranteed returns after this DLC, so next drop has to be impressive, at least probably from, you know, their standpoint. So it wasn't really a question, but I kind of like want to roll with that comment because it is a good point. Let's see.
Jared Von Kell, what are your opinions on the inclusion of a Horde mode in Destiny 2?
Yes. Do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, please do it.
Because they're talking about the potential of using, you know, the Infinite Forest for things. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But yeah, actually, I think either Deej or Cosmo has made mention, like I said, of the potential of using that area for, like, Court of Oryx-esque things, or even a Horde mode. So yeah, so the team is definitely interested in using the space in a way, and Horde mode, for the love of God, just do it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how I feel about Horde modes and how I felt about Court of Oryx and the Forge. I was, all the way into that. So, I mean, I don't see that there would be a downside of using something that's already in the game as an asset.
Yeah. And it's already easily explainable and possibly easily initiated. Like, maybe if you don't have a mission or whatever, you kind of hop in and there's like a thing that they can add to that initial hallway or something or whatever. I mean, I don't know because I'm not a programmer, but by God, do something, Bungie. Jesus.
I was going to say all they have to do is right where the entryway is, put one of the little the fidget cubes that Osiris has.
Oh, yeah.
Just activate that. It does like a little random little button.
Yeah.
You run in. It loads a tile set. You run through. As soon as you get to the end of the gate, it takes you up a level. Or like into another path of the Infinite Forest. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, they don't even have to do that because it's like as soon as you hit, the end of the hallway, you can just open up to whatever the encounter is. I mean, because that space loads a, procedurally generated piece anyway.
Yeah.
So it would literally just be, it's like instead of loading a procedurally generated piece, just load this to lead into encounter what the crap ever. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, the pieces are just, considering it starts as essentially an empty space where pieces load into, they can have their way with that area without even need of like jumping through hoops and crap,
I mean, yeah. I mean, even if like you go through the endless forest, and then when you get to the end, you go into one of the past, present, futures, and do a little bit there, then come back out, and then it's just basically running from point to point to point, and then every time they can do every 10 or every 5 levels. There's a mini boss encounter where you could get a drop. They have everything there. I mean, it's not like it's
it's just
set up for you.
It's the time to implement basically the encounters themselves. Essentially, is hopefully what to be the thing basically. Nate, I love reading it this way, but Nate Fu, Innate Fu, asked, would making light level matter in Trials and Banner bring back lost players? No, that would actually open an entirely new can of worms that I also myself didn't realize. I think I saw this on Twitter or heard in a podcast or something. No, actually, I saw it on Twitter. It was Ishtar Commander. We love you, Designer.
He has been on fire as of late. Man.
Yeah, that's going to be like, that would actually like really create like an entirely different thing, because if you didn't buy Curse of Osiris, then you're actually stuck at a lower light level because your light level is attached to like a level. So if you're at like it wouldn't promote the everyone aspect that they're really going for. Especially right now, because it would basically, it would create a pub stomp. They would have to separate everyone in playlists depending upon what, or separate people in matchmaking depending upon what DLC they have. Mm-hmm. So it would just create a whole bunch of mess, and they're even getting rid of their DLC playlists, which is something we didn't cover because I didn't actually see it in that TWAB. But yeah, they're actually getting rid of the DLC playlists. There's not going to be a Warmind quick play or competitive. They're getting rid of those entirely and just putting all the maps into rotation for each playlist, starting with Warmind. So they're not... Yeah, that would actually extremely work against them. A, because if everyone's part of the same matchmaking, then whoever has the latest DLC has advantage, and that's pay to win, essentially. And then if you'd separate them, then it's like I said, it's going against what they're doing with unifying playlists and trying to get the most population out of it, and this, that, and the other. No, it would just be a mess if they would bring in power matters at this point in time.
I will agree with my comrade in arms, my podcast brother, on that. Yes. Yes.
No words, yes.
No words, but yes, I agree. Drafty asks, what are your thoughts on the teaser videos Bungie has sent out in reference to the exotic weapons?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Again, yes.
Wowzers. Let's put it that way.
Essentially, I mean, I love the fact that they're showing what that exactly saying. And in this direct TWAB, they're really letting you have, they're going through and breaking down what you see here. Mm-hmm. So I really like that touch. Because just seeing like the lethality of a 6-man, rat pack, is just very incredible. And then, like I said, just having it explained, this is exactly what's happening. The things that you can't see that we're changing are here, and just makes it like, oh my god.
I love the way that Bungie does the videos now, that they're very, like, I don't want to say tongue-in-cheek, but they have humor to them. Like the Rat Pack video, the hunter has his hands out like, wait a second, kill him. It just was, it was very funny. And I want to see more.
Yeah, for sure. Like, definitely want to see what else they have lined up for a lot of these people.
Guns. Weapons. Damn it. My phone just went all wonky on me.
Stop typing in other channels, Goofy.
Yeah, that's true too.
I see that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Anyway, again from Gorilla Golf, if you guys could create any new weapon and bring it into D2 as a popular weapon, what would it be? Try to keep it somewhat balanced. Flamethrower.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, screw you, flamethrower. That's it. I'm done. Flamethrower. Balance, I don't care. Flamethrower, okay? I just want a flamethrower now. It took me like 3 years to get a Valstar weapon. Sweet business. I'll wait another couple for a flamethrower, because that's what I want right now.
Yeah, flamethrower. Fuck it. Let's. I mean, I was going to say a railgun, but that's pretty much what a linear fusion is.
Not really.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how broke would it?
Because
balance would be.
Yeah, linear fusion is. I mean, just science behind it, because that's a directed energy weapon. Railguns are magnetically accelerated projectiles. Science. Lies may appreciate that.
I know what a railgun is, but I think two straight line bolt type weapons would be. Everybody would get. I mean, you know what I want? I want LMGs back. Fuck it.
God no.
That's right. That's what I want.
So yeah, Buster doesn't care about balance.
Nope. You wanted the flamethrower.
Yeah. Let somebody else balance it. I just want a flamethrower. Buster wants the most busted heavy back from D1.
Oh, you can balance that.
How? By giving it less shots? And then what good is it?
I don't know, man. I was just saying. You asked that.
Because that's the
asked
issue.
The question, sir. I just answered it.
And try to keep it somewhat balanced. That was the issue with MGs. Is you had especially some MGs that have like 90 freaking rounds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you forget the terror of ammo effective MG users?
Zombie Apocalypse was terrifying.
Yes, like I mean, you got one brick of heavy from heavy spawn, and you had heavy that entire game so long as you could stay alive. Especially with things like Bone Crusher and Yolder's Hammer, like 3-tap from distance, and you still ended up with like 30 rounds, like from a brick. I mean, good God. That's literally 10 potential kills if you're hitting all headshots, which can easily last to the next heavy spawn.
And if you drop if you kill somebody with heavy, they drop heavy, and you can just cycle. All right, flamethrower. Fuck it.
Yeah. D2 is not. I don't think is a good sandbox for MGs, especially. I do miss them. I'll say that because, but at the same time, no, I'm good. It's like, especially with the way power works now, like, oh my god, I see enough shotguns. Like, I was running in a stack, and somehow a dude on the other side, on the other team, was constant. Like, every time you ran across him, he had a freaking shotgun, and it wasn't even, I think it was a Hawthorns or something. Yeah. It wasn't even Acries. It just always had shotgun ammo. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, there's this dude. Shotgun. All right. Oh, there's this. Shotgun. All right. Nobody knew how. It's like, but he always, like, for at least half that match, he just always had shotgun ammo until we got tired of him.
It gets a little frustrating, right?
Oh, it can. But of course, then again, I mean, it's fair on him because, I mean, he was just doing what he needed to do, essentially. You know?
Mm-hmm. Play to win, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he's whatever, don't apologize. Yeah.
All right. This one is from Tim, K.A. Trotter, my buddy, the buddy of the show. Alternate topic. If Destiny does muff between the next DLC and whatever the usual big update is in the fall, end of the summer, where do you think all the Lost fans will migrate to? And I mean,
not Sea of Thieves.
And I mean a game. Hey, don't talk about Sea of Thieves.
Oh, I will. Like, I'll bring, like, I'm just as an unbiased opinion. By that point in time, Sea of Thieves will hopefully just not have flopped. Essentially. Because I'm sorry, regardless of how much fun you're having with it, I haven't seen anything new out of it.
I mean, their first DLC is coming this next in May, so that'll be interesting.
I mean, I haven't seen anything new out of it from beta. Is what I'm saying. I mean, it's like it's just the hilarious, I guess double standard that a lot of people tend to have of various things. Destiny's gameplay is repetitive and this, that, and the other. You go to Sea of Thieves and their end game right now is shooting skeletons in a fort, getting a chest, bringing it back to your ship, selling it, shooting skeletons in a fort, taking a chest, bringing it back to your ship. Oh, wait, no, there's another player you can harass and maybe get their loot if they have any loot. I mean, that's what I'm seeing for end game in this game right now.
No, I mean, I see.
Oh, I see Leviathan, which,
Kraken.
Whatever they call it. Either way.
It's the same thing. Here's what it is. It's a giant water monster that would fuck your shit up.
Legitimately, I mean, people are trying it now, like, trying to fill inadequate games. Like, they're trying to... I'm not saying... See, like, this is a different subject. Like I said, I only talk about Sea of Thieves on what I see. And that's just what I see on the game. Mm-hmm. It's unbiased. It's just... I don't have an Xbox. I'm not going to get an Xbox to play it. And like I said, I'm just not seeing anything new out of it. Just yet. So, of course, I mean, it's still a fresher game. So it's not like they have to do something like super soon or else they're going to flop. But I just hope that they don't flop because I do like Rare. Mm-hmm. They're great developers and great people over there. But because I mean, it happened with Monster Hunter World, right? A lot of people, Destiny's gameplay was just kind of meh for a lot of people. People hopped into Monster Hunter World, and it had the same issue. It was essentially still repetitive gameplay with no extraordinarily proper endgame that people were actually looking for. What's the endgame in Monster Hunter World? Fighting harder monsters. For what? More customization. For what? To fight more monsters. Mm-hmm. For what? And it's kind of like this endless loop there at the end, which, I mean, fair enough, any looter shooter also has the same issue. It's an endless loop of specific things that you're looking for. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of the issue that games are having right now, is if Destiny's not performing, just a lot of people are, bandwagoning onto any game that they think can fill that quote unquote hole. Mm-hmm. Anthem is going to have a huge boost when it drops. I'm going to tell you that for sure. Anthem is going to have a huge boost when it drops. Because it's a looter shooter. That's all people know. Again, I can only hope its launch is impeccable. Because if Anthem does not launch impeccably, it may suffer a fate worse than the Division. The Division was able to dig itself out of its hole later. But Anthem, I mean, considering it's part of EA, EA may cut it loose. Especially considering it's a new IP. New IPs are risky. And also, Tim, Division is definitely getting a confirmed sequel. I know he says inevitable, but I don't think he follows it that well. I could be wrong, but they have confirmed that Division is sequeling, and they are working on it. And I've never heard of this multiplayer James Cameron Avatar game.
I mean, feelings of Sea of Thieves. Obviously, everybody knows I love pirates, so that game. That's why it's fun. It's fun to play.
Oh yeah, aesthetics can carry a game for sure. Like at least initially.
But I mean, it is fun just to go on, jump around for an hour, and just see what you can get, see what you can find.
And that is an easy aesthetic to pull pretty much at least 90% of men. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, who has a kid didn't play as a pirate? I mean, come on. Come on. So I mean, yeah, pirate. I mean, of course, yeah, pirate. Arr.
I will say Borderlands 3 has the potential to pull me away if Destiny 2 drops the ball.
Even if it does, yes, I forgot to mention Borderlands 3, but that's a game that potentially can just kind of destroy Destiny, even if it's at its highest point. I mean, this is the Papa of looter shooters, essentially. Not really, but it's the most popular. I mean, if that comes back and it's actually really good, can you imagine what that? I mean, like I said, Borderlands definitely has the potential of destroying Destiny.
I mean, I'm having the most fun playing in our game. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fun for me to just sit around with you guys and just shoot the shit. And that's like the Destiny feeling. You know what I'm saying? And Borderlands has the unique art style and the what does it say, bazillion? Like 97 bazillion guns or some crazy shit. Something so that, I mean, yeah, dude, Borderlands 3 is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, this could be like one thing that's really lighting a fire under Bungie also. Because once this actually starts rumbling and becoming truer, like I said, Bungie's all of a sudden in a position that they haven't had real competition since Destiny launched. Like, not at least in a looter shooter perspective. In PvP play perspective, they've had some competition and they have had some things do well, like, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, things like that. But, Division was like the competition for Destiny. And then that flopped. At least at launch. So, yeah, but, I mean, there hasn't been anything. The rumblings of Anthem were the first thing that, with the announcement that that's coming out, that's been, like, the next, actual competition that I think that Destiny has hold. And then, like I said, there's no, at least, I don't think there's a release window for it, but the fact that Borderlands 3 is apparently a thing, I mean, that's just, come on, that's two types of competition, direct competition to Destiny coming out that Bungie is going to, it's make or break. I mean, their entire survival depends on what they can do while these games come out. Maybe not so much Anthem. Again, it could be a steaming pile of dung for all we know. But Borderlands 3, I mean, if they do at least as good as the pre-sequel, it's going to be an issue for Destiny.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Gorilla agrees. Then he says that Anthem looks like a Iron Man
Iron Man simulator.
which might be the
What's
best.
wrong with
Nothing. I will give Anthem a try. I'll regardless. If they drop a beta, I'll hop in, give it a try.
Yeah. If I can get a risk-free beta for Anthem, I'll give it a shot. Otherwise, I'll wait.
even if I got to pre-order to get the beta code, and if it sucks, I'll cancel.
Yeah.
There's the hustle for you guys. Burning Wing, who will be on the show very soon.
Very soon.
First off, congrats on 100 episodes. Hey, thanks, man. Nextly, that's a word.
Which, I mean, also, Burning Wing is definitely confirmed. Like, we're not sure exactly, like, a lot of listeners, of course, may have listened around the same time. But, like, people like, I think, Burning Willis and Berg, for sure. We bugged them from day one to listen to our stuff, and they have. So, thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Still being here. I mean...
If I can quote the Golden Girls, thank you for being a friend.
Yes, sir.
Nextly, over the past 100 episodes, a lot has happened. What are a few of your most memorable ones that you guys will never forget?
I
mean...
Of course, I guess it wouldn't be the 100th episode and chunk of RNG history to not make mention of the very first time me, Buster, and Biz got together to do a recording. Spoke for like 3.5 hours. And at the end, Buster goes, "Oh, God, it didn't work." Excuse me? So, yeah, that's... Yeah. I would be remiss not to mention that, because that is forever. Those words, like, "Oh God, it didn't work." It's like, what? Like, my heart sank so far.
We also didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I mean, and granted, I still don't know it.
For sure.
There's still mistakes.
Oh yeah. But I mean, we've just had a extraordinarily, blessed existence, and I think, whether you might, or whether our listeners may think it or not, I feel we've impacted the smaller podcasting community, because, regardless of where they were inspired, it could be have been an in tandem idea that we've had with someone else that, by the way, listening back through, because of doing this freaking spreadsheet, our first guest was a listener.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 6, our very first guest, which we awfully talked over him, and it was awful. It was horrible. But we had a crash course in having a guest. But yeah, but it was a listener, and that was our first guest. And I mean, especially around that time, June the 19th of 2016, when that episode released, that wasn't really heard of. Like, in any, like, Destiny podcast, for sure. And, like, having a listener come on as a guest was just not a thing. And then we have people like Laz getting around to pretty much every smaller podcast. People like Burning and Davis. I mean, which, don't really hold any claim to fame except for just their support to us. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we've just been in. Like I said, I'd like to think that we've had a role in that inspiration, but I'm not going to claim that. at least on podcast. Catch me in a party, and I might actually claim that. But no, I mean, we've had so many awesome people on. I mean,
yeah, that's another question further down. He just wants to know moments. I mean,
I know, like it's.
I will say definitely any of the Biz and Miss Biz. I don't want to discussions about food.
Yeah,
where Des and I were just in the back doing commentary.
Yeah.
Watching Biz get, I wouldn't say mad, but get hype, taking off his headphones and
taking off the headphones
and not hearing us at all.
This conversation.
And there's Des and I like, and what we see here, guys, is apparently do not put maple syrup on your prime rib.
Oh my god, that was great. One of my favorite moments, actually, I reminded, I had talked to someone about just recently because they had not used, but I'm mixing things together. But when we first had the Ishtar Commander on, like the first time, and he showed us the secret of equipping a gun onto a character on the app, and you just, that initial swipe that he had, where instead of transferring it to a character, it would actually equip it to that character. And just the mind-blown state we all had once he dropped that information on us was just like, that was fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk about myself, but when I told the gummy bear story, business reaction.
Oh yeah.
I mean, your reaction too. Just what life did you live?
like, what the crap?
When I talked about the time that you mentioned that monkeys can't choke.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you're trying to tell me I can't choke out a monkey?
Yeah, it's like, no, it's not what I'm saying. Stop it.
I mean, I think one of the best moments for me is the fact that I made a lifelong friend out of this.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
I mean, not getting emotional.
But no, that's definitely like the most beneficial thing. It's like, yeah, we've talked to great people, and we've done some incredible things for, the small, not so known podcast. But I mean, all in all, I've met the best friend I could ever meet, and for that, I mean, there's nothing you can put on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in the community that I don't want to say that we've built, that has built around us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like we came into an area. Des and I were like, we're gonna put our tents here, and then we woke up the next morning. There was a couple other tents, and we're like, what the fuck are you guys here for? And then there's just more and more people. Like, we played with, Jiren. Garen, however you want to say Garen, however you want to say it, G-Ran, and he was like, "Man, this is super cool," and I'm like, "We're just playing Destiny, bro." Like,
it's like we're just talking. I was like, I know, it's just like getting in on a podcast. Like, I haven't been here for a podcast. It's like, stop it.
It's weird, man. It's super weird.
It is.
I mean, it's weird for me because we've talked about this a little bit. I'm the one who reaches out for get the guests on. And when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude, sign me up, I'm in," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Indeed.
Yes, you say yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
I will message. I will message you 2 times in the week. One on Monday, one on Thursday, just to confirm. I'm not bothering you. I just want to let you know I'm super excited. Tofurkey, toe fuck you. Also.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh god. Oh my god. That was, okay, I'm going to. All right, I'm not skipping Gorilla Golf's next few questions, but I am skipping 2 Brother Elijah's, because aside from me, who have been your favorite guests? Well, obviously everyone's favorite Canadian, Brother Elijah. Legitimately, his intro every time he's been on the show. I I listened. Also, we're going to have a slight inflation on our numbers because I listened to like the first few seconds of every episode to make sure who all was there in the episode.
You're fucking right.
So yeah, but no, like I said, hilariously, and his like 4 appearances. I mean, he's been on as many times as our leading guest, Dan Infinity.
Yeah, Dan has been on 4. Eli has as well, right?
Yeah.
I just looked at the handy dandy spreadsheet because it does make spreadsheets.
I know, right? I have an issue. But yeah, I mean, the amount of people, like, legitimately, I don't think I can call out, like, favorites. But I mean, it's just the amount of people we've been able to talk to and the diversity of that. Because, I mean, come on, freaking, what was it? There it is, episode 18. Like, just a few months after we'd started, we were able to get Bones on. It's like... It's like, he said yes? Just that easily?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, what?
Episode 14, we had Daddy Fat Snaps.
Yes. Which, I mean, he was a little smaller at the time. A little.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's still, you know...
I mean, we had Duba on just before he blew up as well. I mean, because I mean, it's just, I mean, like I said, the people we've had on, I've been able to have on, and just the incredible people talking about, you know, like I said, and it's not even the famous people, like, you know, the fact that we've had Bones and Swain on, you know, very nice people. Justin Sua, we've had on. Which,
that was going to be my top. Yes. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Good God. Like, all these people is just, again, having a, speaking of kind of helping to promote or start, or not really any of those, but we had Fluffy Fingers on just before the launch of Potato Thumbs.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, we've had a lot of really awesome people on, and like I said, we're not afraid to, you know, good Lord, freaking Grelikov here recently. We've had Laz on. God, who else? Like I said, just listener wise, Mulder.
Help Game Scully.
Yeah.
I mean, I give Mulder this distinction. It's because of him I have one of the greatest gaming memories of all time.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and even though he doesn't play Destiny, you know, anymore, he's on to the Overwatches. I still thank him and hold him in high regards for allowing us that moment.
Oh, for sure. And it was great.
I cussed in front of a 5-year-old. I'm not proud of myself.
But yeah, I mean, just like I said, the amount of people we've had on, I mean, they're all great. You know, I mean, for long-time listeners may or may not remember, we had Blessius on. Mm-hmm. It's like, excuse me?
I mean, I will say for me, as like a nerdcore fan, having Duba, having Fast Snaps, having Game Boy Jones on, was, you know, super cool for me. I mean, having Bones on.
Oh yeah.
Say what you want, Bones. Yes, he does Crucible Radio, but he also probably did one of the best Destiny songs out.
Oh, for sure. Like, he definitely has passion for what he does. I mean, yeah, and it just showed through.
Yeah, I mean, I got a wolf up in my house call me Jon Snow. You might. When Game Boy said that last week, I was super, like, deep down inside, I started geeking out hard. I was like, if I hear that on a song, I'll freak out. I mean, I like having listeners on too, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, that's some of the that's some of the more fun I have. Even like I said, Gorilla has been the most effective at wrangling us ever.
Yeah.
Like he kept things like on topic and on course. Like we didn't have much time to be tangential because I mean we go a little bit. And he's like, all right, let's get back on this, and it's like. This man is wrangling us like I didn't think we could be.
But that's the thing, though. When we do like listener shows, we give them the reins.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
I mean, we literally did that with Laz.
Yeah, there you go.
Like what did we talk about, Laz?
No. Yeah. And that's fun for me because I don't like to, doing shows, making show like the guy the bare bones of the show gets a little tedious sometimes. So every now and then when I'm like, oh, I can just sign off and just talk. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And even like arguably like having people like Xanapan, even though, yes, he does have a show. It's also a listener. Mm-hmm. It's also, I love, it's like, it is weird, but at the same time, like having it on show, it's great to have people on that can get our in jokes and just like carry on in jokes.
Yeah.
And bring up like references and things. It's just touching and it's hilarious and oh my god.
I mean,
I don't know how many others of the Badge crew listen to us, but it's definitely confirmed that Xanafan still listens. Love you, buddy. I think that yeah.
And Gorilla Golf has all the questions now.
I'm ready.
All right. What is your guys' favorite anime intro song?
It's hard to beat the classic of Chala, Chala, the original Dragon Ball Z intro, because it is great, it is goofy, it is kooky. It's got a bunch of English in there for no reason, really. Actually, it does have. It actually fits into the song, but all of a sudden you hear Japanese words and panorama. It's something. But legitimately, also, I think a lot of the Inuyasha intros are very good.
Well, you see, I have two different variations of good. Like for me, obviously, I'm going to say Yu Yu Hakusho, even though it's a very synth poppy song.
I mean, there's also Japanese anime intros around that time.
Yeah,
I mean.
but it gets me. But for like hype, Through the Night for Outlaw Star,
yeah,
and Inferno, which is the intro for Berserk. I think season 3. I might be wrong. I could possibly be wrong if it might be season 2 or season 3. It's definitely like the return of Guts. It's like the fight riff in Bleach. You know what I mean? Like da 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 da. Oh yeah! I'm like fucking fight someone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know because hilariously, I actually went back and watched like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is good too.
It's got a good like. It's got a pretty good like intro. Yeah. I don't know because like I said, it's definitely like Inuyasha is up there for a different reason because it's I guess since it's more like period piece, they've got usually it's still of course J-poppy, but I mean it's usually incorporates a few more instrumentals. Then I guess then it could have been a while since I've actually heard an Inuyasha intro. Because also, if I'm going to watch it on Netflix, they have a nifty skip intro feature. So it's like, yep. There we go.
Super useful.
It is.
One thing I wish they would get rid of is, are you still watching this? Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand that because just in case you've fallen asleep or something. Because I've actually had fallen asleep with Netflix running. And hilariously, I've actually woken up with, are you still watching this? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Actually, no. So I'm going to go to bed. But, yeah, I can understand.
You see, though, that's the thing. Like, if I fall asleep with a show on and it stops, I wake up.
That's what I bet.
Yeah. Because I need background noise, like a fan or something, for me to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, anymore, yeah. I've started, like, listening to, like, YouTube playlists or whatever.
I have podcasts. Like, I have the cordless headphones, the little buds. Because, fun fact, if you wear corded headphones and you toss and turn in your sleep, like I'm known to do, you might choke yourself out one day.
I mean, you come pretty close for sure.
I did. The missus woke me up one day. Was like, "Are you trying to kill yourself?" I'm like, "No, what happened?" She's like, "You got wires around your neck." I'm like, shit."
Yeah, I've definitely woken up with entanglement of wires, and it's like, well, all right then.
This one just tickles me so deeply down inside, in the dark places where the evil thing lives, because just I'm reading it as written.
I know, right? It's
Guerrilla Golf mentions us directly at Des Raven, at Buster Knuckle, in Paladins, in all caps.
All caps.
Ellipses. Hurts me so much. How would you buff the new champion Khan?
All right. Good news, bad news. With it being a PC game, Khan's already getting buffed after launch for console. They are literally buffing his damage and making it quicker for his shield to come up.
Okay.
That's probably what I would have done to Khan. Just buff his damage a little anyway. Mm-hmm. But yeah, apparently his damage potential was low, so they're giving him a pretty healthy, because I think it was 180, now it's going to be like 200. It's a pretty healthy little chunk. But yeah, so I'm sorry, Gorilla, that answer can't be a little more great, because again, there are already plans of buffing him. And I don't know. But I haven't played too much with him myself.
I have.
No, that's good. Because A, it's going to be a challenge to get him in quick play. And B, it's going to be 2 weeks before he's available in comp. So, yeah. It's going to take me a minute before I actually get my hands on him.
I've gotten really lucky in quick play. Like, my thumb is automatically just... like, I think of all the games I've played, I maybe haven't gotten him 4 times.
Nice.
I mean, as evidenced by the level 12 I have him at. And then I realized I could have just bought levels.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, man. What am I doing? So,
yeah, I've hopped on enough to pretty much get rid of and dump all my VIP points out on some of these costumes.
This is the last week for that, right? The last...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the last... Okay. Yeah, it's use them or lose them after this. I mean, you're going to get compensated for whatever VIP points you have or whatever, or you can just get these limited edition skins.
Yeah, or I can just get Rave Mave.
Which I definitely did get. I got Rave Mave because it's hilarious. No, I don't play Mave, but still great skin. What I got Direwolf Tyra because Queen of the North. What else did I get? Oh, Christ. What did I get? It's like I can't even remember the skins I bought now. I definitely did also get the 2 weapons for Androx and Genos.
The crystal weapons?
Yeah.
The Shatter Ball and the Star Splitter?
Yeah, I got those. Because, why not? I had a few left over, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'll get this. I wasn't that far from. I had actually hit VIP rank 3, so
nice. I can re-up that now, right? Because we're in season 2.
I mean, you can.
But they're going to Battle Pass soon, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Once OB70 drops, is Battle Pass.
Oh, so yeah.
The only real benefit, also, if you're literally going to buy tiers, if you're close to 5, I might. Suggest maybe, because at that point in time you get the first battle pass for free. Oh. If you're actually VIP rank 5 by OB70, you get the first battle pass and legendary mount for free.
We'll talk. We'll go back and talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah. So sorry that question also. Love you for participating in that part of our addiction also. But over the past 100 casts, what has been your happiest on cast together, and what has been the most difficult time?
Ooh.
All right, I'm about to get real with you guys, like super real. One of the hardest times on cast that we've had. It's about to get very, very real here. Inside baseball for sure. As you all know, we have a Patreon.
Oh yeah.
The birth of this Patreon was not quite such a happy-go-lucky thing. It was quite literally sprung on everyone, except for a focus group that Buster had. So me and Biz were reading, or minding our business, and all of a sudden Buster comes out, "Oh, hey, we have a Patreon now." And me and Biz is like, "Wait, what? We have a what? What?" So that was a very interesting couple of weeks, as discussions went with the three of us. Interesting is the terminology I'm sticking with.
That's a good term to use. That's a good term to use.
But yeah, definitely, like I said, that was a time where we basically had to sit Buster down and go, "Calm down."
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Now everything's great.
We like wrinkles are smoothed out. Like things happen, and like I said, bless his heart, but Buster, when he has his head wrapped around an idea, he's going to go for it. And the Patreon was something that we had our head wrapped around for a while, and it just. But Buster doesn't fester on ideas. He can't sit on ideas. He has to act eventually. That's what happened. He acted.
I'm a stick of TNT, and there's a lighter next to the fuse.
Exactly. I mean, so like I said, it was just kind of a train wreck of a misunderstanding between all of us, but it turned out to work out, and we have some lovely patrons now.
We love you guys.
We do. Again, we set up tents and we're going, wait, why are you handing us money? Okay, all right. But we do appreciate everyone. But like I said, that's definitely, it's harder for me to answer the happiest, but that's definitely, like from this end at least, the most difficult.
I think for me the most difficult, and this is deep inside baseball, and Des, you can stop me if it gets, you know what I mean? When Dez went dark.
Oh yeah.
That was really tough for me.
Yeah.
And Biz, I went as far as to look up Dez's town in Alabama to make sure there wasn't any accidents, and just not realizing I had his address. I could have just sent him a letter. But yeah, we went. We know. Yeah. That was one of the hard parts for me. Biz leaving was also hard.
It was
because he did the cast the week before his last episode, and he was like, "Hey guys, real quick," and then he's like, next week's my last cast." Yeah. Things happen, and we're not going to tell you no. You know what I mean? We're not going to be like, "No, you're stuck." Don't make your life better. But
speaking of leaving, also like extreme inside baseball. A hard thing. It didn't weigh on me at the time, but it's been weighing on me a little more. But a thing happened. We used to have 3 mods. A conversation happened with one of those mods, and things didn't end up very well. Which, I mean, I actually ended up finding out later that it was definitely, like, the conversation between me and him had, because he took me off his friends list.
I thought that was me, by the way. Just going to let you know that.
Oh, no, I knew, like I said, I figured out it was me. But, I mean, it's weighing more heavily on me now than it did then. But, I mean, like I said, it's something, like, I reacted, because, I mean, me and Tim kind of had a scuffle, or a kerfuffle happen.
I was going to say kerfuffle. I love that word.
Yeah. Which it wasn't anything major. It was just, two things crossed incorrectly, and it turned into a conversation. But it reminded me of that, basically, because the thing happened, and I reacted kind of like Tim in just all the wrong manners, and it carried me. Oh God, I actually ended up mentioning, like, on cast a few times, probably slightly salty about it. And it just wasn't a good thing, but I mean, I'll put this out, and, like, you may not be listening anymore, but co-founder, I do apologize. We had some good times. But yeah, it happened. I'm not going to be able to change that, but like I said, it's something that definitely does weigh heavily on me now. But yeah. That one time that I was the dick.
Yeah.
I did the dickening, and it was not good.
Because typically I'm the dick. We can be honest. I know where my power lies. I think the happiest is when you came back.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that was fantastic.
That was just super.
Like coming back, because when Bus goes dark, I mean, I was unemployed at the time, couldn't pay internet, so it got lost for a couple weeks. But getting it cut back on and just having so many messages, like, on Discord, it's like Forrest, Biz, Buster, like, just so many people asking. I think Scully, just asking, like, you all right? Is everything okay? Like, I haven't seen you in a while. And coming back to that, oh my God, it was like one of the most emotional things I've ever had to go through. But yeah, that's definitely, like, one of my happiest moments for sure. Coming back and, like, having that support there. I mean, it was incredible.
And if we can get inside RNG now, I will just say this: Des and I are 100% synced. if we were in Pacific Rim and we were in the Jaeger, it would be perfect.
Oh yeah. We definitely be Jaeger pilots together.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's the best question. Ready? Also by Gorilla Golf. My real question is, which pod is more significant? 100 or 104? Hashtag 2 years.
104.
Yeah.
So we're not making a huge giant deal about 100 or 100 being, a whole lot closer than we anticipated, because the one we're really looking forward to is 104. It's like 100 is basically the mild speed bump of going, hey, 2 years is that much closer. I mean, that's how I view it, definitely myself, and that's how I've been viewing it. But yeah, it's definitely, for me, it's 104. It's the 2 year mark is definitely the anniversary is definitely like I said, the big one. Like, this is just a speed bump to get us there. It's like, oh, it's really that close, because it's like episode 50. Like, a lot of podcasts make a big deal about episode 50, and I'm sitting there, I was like, well, in 2 more episodes, it's your anniversary. So yeah.
I mean, 100 is a big deal.
It's triple digits.
It's triple digits.
Turnover.
I mean, if we were a TV show, we'd have to change the name so we don't get syndicated. But I mean, yeah, 2 years is way bigger, and I mean, I'm not trying to hype us up, but I am a hype boy. It's what I do. I am the hype. If everything goes according to plan, 104 is going to be a really, really fun episode.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Des, you have the inside looks as well, so you know what's coming. And I mean,
well, I think that one is actually going to be episode 105, but it is going to be the literal date of our 2-year anniversary.
That's right.
So I mean, it's going to be the episode. Basically, like I said, if this is the, which I mean, of course it is, but I mean, we have a very special guest for the to roll us into year 3, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very nice.
Maybe also a couple surprises. Who knows? Des and I have to talk about some things. Also, Des, I just want to do this now. This week, sometime, I know you work during the day, so you might have a night off. I'm just going to say it. Mortal Kombat! We can hammer out some times in the day.
Yeah.
It's only, an hour and 40 minutes long, if that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely do that for the patrons.
And also, patrons, definitely get at us with your movie suggestions.
Yeah.
Like, we've had a few new ones in the last couple of weeks, such as Burning. We know you'll take advantage of this power. Because, by God, we always get questions from you, so... Yeah, good God. And Drafty has also joined those ranks. You people really need to stop, multiplying quite so much.
I fed him.
Not really.
I'm sorry, I fed him after midnight. My bad.
Never.
My bad.
So I mean, between those two, I mean, like, I definitely feel they'll be taking advantage of some kind of movies to have us watch. Mm-hmm. Between those two, legitimately, I'm a little bit afraid.
Also, I'm going to say it right now. Drafty and Burning, you guys in particular, you suggest a terrible movie, you might get brought into the fold to watch the terrible movie with us. Just be ready.
Yep.
So Des, buddy, my friend, Paladins OB70 is coming.
It is.
By the way, spoiler warning, guys. Paladins. I had to say it that way. They know.
It's like, this is it.
Yeah.
Around the 2-hour mark.
What are you doing, dog? They are doing so much.
Yeah, they're definitely, essentially they're getting really, 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 really close to release. Why? Because they keep telling us, like, each freaking open beta, we're getting really close to release. Mm-hmm. So they're just doing a lot of things, the pieces and parts system, just no more. They're getting rid of the VIP system because it seemed to be just convoluted and weird. They're giving us a battle pass system, which basically, while a battle pass is active, the more you play, the more you can get, so long as you buy a battle pass. Which, again, is the smartest thing that they're doing. I mean, they've taken out a lot of, like, easy pay to win crap. They have to make their money somehow.
Hey, what are you doing, buddy?
Sweet Jesus.
Hey. Hold on. I'm gonna drop a pause. He might have to go outside. Yeah, so when you have a puppy the size of Pete, sometimes you have to pause recordings and take him outside because he will turn off the switch that all of your power in your rig is connected to. Because he has done that 7 times. Because he is if he stands up on his hind legs, he can probably almost put his paws on my shoulders. So we were talking about the battle pass.
Yes.
So
yeah, essentially, you earn rewards through battle pass levels. They get you, well, apparently, we'll be getting you nifty looking skins. By nifty looking, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, their skins are ridiculous.
They are. This first battle pass, I think, is Mecha.
Yes.
So everyone's getting this interesting, like, power armor, mecha-esque suit, including Geonos, which is going to be very confusing for me because...
Do you want demon or do you want mecha?
I know, right? It's like, I'm a huge Gundam Wing fan. And it's like...
Well, I mean, also, on top of that, they're getting rid of the Founders Pack.
Oh, yeah. They're getting rid of that, which kind of has people worried. Because they think they're getting rid of the capability of buying champions? No. I certainly don't believe so. Because again, when you look at Smite, they still have their God pack. It's just they're literally going to be getting rid of the Founders pack to replace it with a Champions pack. Essentially.
Yeah.
Also, basically, they're probably going to be... Because one thing they're probably going to be getting rid of from that pack is the capability of getting the Ares God of War Fernando. So if you really care about that, then get it.
Yeah.
If not, no problem.
If you're Fernando bro like me.
Yeah. So first Battle Pass will be coming with, like we said, with Genos. It's going to come with a Grok skin, which... Oh my god.
Oh my
Holy
god,
crap.
dude.
And a very... He kind of reminds me of like Voltron in that suit. Ruckus.
Roboforce?
Yeah, like Roboforce, friggin' Voltron, the esque type. Oh my god. But yeah, oh my god. Looks adorable. And a mecha kitty cat mount.
Yeah.
It's great. Because it's going to go with all the mecha skins I have. Because I already have a couple.
The mecha
I'm definitely getting this. So I'm definitely getting this freaking Battle Pass because I already got my hands on the... It's not the Erebos, but it's the original one for Fernando. The Gundam-looking one. The literal Gundam-looking one. Because Erebos is the black and red variant. But I was actually able to get the red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like I said, I forget what it's called, but I was able to get the Draco power armor suit from the Rex chest for Drogos. I don't play Drogos, but you know that's set as my skin for Drogos because mecha. I don't have Victor or Lex because I haven't gotten them to drop, but yeah.
I think I have those two. I have Victor with the one, and I think I do have the Lex, the Executioner. I think it's what it's called, or something like that.
But yeah, oh my god. But yeah, Genos looks freaking. Oh my god, it's like Power Ranger almost. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah. That's okay. That's why I like the skin so much. It looks like a fucking Power Ranger.
It does. I mean, it definitely does. Like some kind of either villain or Sixth Ranger. Something.
And I like Roboforce because obviously, they pretty much gave me all the skins for all the champions I play.
I know, right?
Because the Neon Demon Grok is just so good, dude.
Kind of looks like that beta skin that they made mention might be possible if they got rid of the pieces and part system. Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like it's not. I don't think it's exact, but it definitely does remind me of that skin, of that awesome skin that everyone was wondering what happened to from the way early beta. So Battle Pass, you have 50 levels to go through to get 50 rewards. Each level gives you a reward.
What?
From a thing. All right then.
This fucking dog. I think my girlfriend's up and he hears her. That's You lose a barking dog and you get a dog that likes to jump on things.
So every level you have you'll basically be getting skins, animated sprays, chests, gold. You're getting something during this incredible ladder to level 50. If you don't have the battle pass, you can still earn stuff. You can earn gold team boosts and diamond and gold chests if you have like an inactive battle pass, essentially. Then if you choose to buy the battle pass before it ends, you'll basically retroactively get the rewards from the levels that you've already gained. But yeah, each battle pass will have like a level system. Whether you buy it or not, you're getting stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just true that you're getting all the cool stuff when you buy the battle pass. How much is a battle pass? No idea. No idea. I do not know about this pricing.
Yeah, it didn't even mention. No, it does. The Paladins Battle Pass costs 500 crystals.
500 crystals? I think that's in a buyable range. It's like, what, $10?
$10. That's what it says it says that in the patch notes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, about $10 for a battle pass. There's going to be 3 this year. And they will have a season pass where you can just buy all battle passes, essentially. And actually, it's cool that they make it for to where you can buy it with crystals instead of having it as a monetary thing. Because that means they can kind of test it out in the PTS.
Yeah, to see who gets it.
Well, I mean, because, yeah, if it's just a crystal value instead of, like, actual monetary, you can just load up in the PTS. Because they give you, like, something like 1 million crystals whenever you load into PTS. So you can just buy it outright, and that way you can test to see, at least make sure everything's, like, rewarding and, you know, dropping properly, I suppose. So it's really, it's basically a really good idea to have it as a crystal value rather than like a, you know, like the Founders Pack. It's a monetary value. So which means whenever you go into the PTS, unless you have it on your base PC account, you'll never have everyone completely unlocked whenever you load into a fresh PTS.
I got the prices right here, Des. For the Season Pass 2018, it's $40. P has to do it as I start talking. You get 1,500 crystals in every 2018 Battle Pass. So far, there's Battle Pass 1, which is the one coming up in 2 weeks. Backup. Battle Pass 2, to be released July 2018. Battle Pass 3, November 2018. Or you can buy the Deluxe Digital Edition for $60, which includes all the Battle Passes and the Champions. So for us, who bought the Founders Pack when it was on sale, which we suggested to do 1,000,001 times, we just spend $40, we get 1,500 crystals and all the Battle Passes, if you don't want to buy them piecemeal.
So you can actually... Okay, so they're going to be bundling Champions with Battle Pass, Season Pass for a Deluxe Edition.
For the people who haven't gotten Founders, yes. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, my friend, good buddy, but have you seen the Androxus Huntsman skin?
Yes. With the freaking werewolf farm?
With the werewolf farm and the very Van Helsing feel?
Because it's actually in the same vein as Cassie's Knight's Bane.
Yeah.
Which is also another thing I bought. Because, my God.
They were both the winners of the fan, right?
I think so. Not 100% certain.
Which is very cool that they do that. I love that. Vote on what champion you want, and then after that champion wins, they break it down to like 5 different, very distinct, unique skins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you know your boy's getting a rework?
Oh, Victor, his look, yeah.
I loved that video. The video of Khan punching him off the map, him falling, and then he comes hitting the ground. He stands up. He's like,
yeah. All of a sudden, he's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I think it was kind of needed, to be honest, because I mean, it's not the fact that I don't think Victor needed it. I just believe that Victor, as is right now, is a little too comparable to, Soldier 76, being the old, gruff, war-torn veteran guy. So I feel that's probably a decision that they came to separate him from that, essentially. Which is never a bad idea. I mean, not a huge fan of the new look, but I do like the wolf-like accessories on his uniform now.
Yeah,
I do like those.
The pauldrons and the iron sight is a wolf.
Like those.
Is a wolf.
Yeah, I do like those. Like I said, for those touches, yeah, I like that. But as far as his face goes, meh. Meh. I just like the fact that he does seem, like I said, just a little better, like, proportioned and such. And, like, his accessories look better. I mean, like I said, all in all, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Victor's definitely, he got punched pretty. Essentially.
Yeah, essentially is what happened. And I mean, they're changing all the old school, like you said, they're changing all the old school characters to bring them up to meet the current style. So I'm guessing the next one would be, I mean, yeah, he's acting like an asshole right now. I mean,
Puppy's busy.
They did Barrick, they did Fernando.
Well, they didn't do anything to Fernando.
Oh,
This is the fact that when they updated the thumbnail art, they had Fernando with his helmet down for whatever reason.
That's true.
So they brought that back to head up. I mean, they did, like I said, they did visually rework Ruckus and Barrick and Knessa's rifle.
Yeah, that's what they did. I thought they did Knessa, but it was just her rifle.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've also mentioned the additional unlocks for the battle pass. You get silly hats, which, I mean, who cares about that, right?
Silly hats. They're actually doing hats.
You get battle pass team boosters.
Yeah. Because any VIP boosters that you may have lying around will instantly be converted into battle pass boosters.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's a one-to-one conversion. That's one thing that they're not going to be, like, whenever they get rid of the VIP system, formally, the only thing that's not actually vanishing are boosters, because they're actually being, I guess, since they're not actually changing mechanically, they're just changing by name, I guess, because they're still going to do the same thing. It's just they're not VIP boosters; they're now battle pass boosters.
Also, the golden weapon gets unlocked at level 50. Champion level 50 now, permanently.
You see, now that's more like a golden weapon, to be honest. That's more like a traditional, golden weapon. Mm-hmm. It's like the top tier thing to get on a character usually. I do also kind of like Overwatch's way of doing it, which it's like depending on how well you do in competitive, you get like so many points. Like a special currency, and then it takes that special currency to unlock a hero's golden weapon. So I like that system, but also, yeah, having a level 50, that's very nice, very nice. Yeah, I forget all the like compensations that they're going to be offering for things once VIP gets done. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to be giving you stuff like for every day of VIP membership you have, you're going to be getting stuff for that. You're going to be getting stuff like for different point thresholds of VIP points, which are essentially going to be gold and diamond chests. So that's why if you're hanging on to VIP points, like any amount of them, just go ahead and buy some things because why not? And then any, I forget what else it was. It might be crystals for every day of VIP, actually. I'm not 100% solid on that.
As we look up what's happening.
Yeah, for sure. Because I just want to make sure.
Did you buy the Oni Talus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I did buy Kunoichi Sky as well.
Okay. What you get for the compensation? The VIP membership time remaining, you get 4 crystals per day.
Okay. There's always crystals.
At VIP tiers, players with 3, 4, and 5 will receive an exclusive avatar. Players at 5 will get the first. You already mentioned that.
Yeah.
With the legendary mount for free. VIP points in inventory. Here it is. 1 gold chest for every 10,000 VIP points. 1 diamond chest for every 50,000 VIP points after 100,000. So you might as well buy the skins as opposed to rolling it randomly.
Yeah. Because if you have a lot, because if you have 100,000, that's 10. No. 10. Yeah. 10 gold chests, which are not really nice skins, and you can buy.
You can buy those for
at least 2.
Yeah.
Depending upon like your VIP tier, because right now, like the higher VIP tier you are, the more discount you get on VIP stuff. That's the catch-22. But no. So yeah, you can at least get like 2 or 3, like really good skins out of 100,000 points. So yeah, just go for it and get some cool stuff. Like I said, I pretty much got everything that I wanted out of it. I am missing like some code greens for Victor, but I'm fine. Maybe. By the way, I still have a couple weeks to decide if I'll actually want to like convert some crystals into VIP points to try and get those, at least one of those. I got some time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, good lord, 70 is still in PTS.
Yeah, we got like 2 weeks, right?
Usually. They might be fast-tracking it again, because one of these PTSs they definitely held on for like, they're fast-tracked for a week. Because there's also not a humongous amount of changes and such. Not a lot of like bug fixes. The 70... I'll make a thread. Because like I said, I know. No, not make a thread. Make a thread. Jesus. And I know. What's his name? Khan is getting a slight buff. I know Cassie is not getting changed, much to some people's chagrin. Let's see, who are they changing? Siege of Ascension Peak is ending in 70.
Well, we knew that, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's going to be, if you don't have the stuff, get it now.
You know, I'm 1 crystal away from 900. Like, if I bought I have 99 crystals.
Okay. So now I see the store options for the replacement of the Founders Pack.
Yeah.
Ooh. Which, I mean, I understand. Okay. Yeah, I see. Because you mentioned the Digital Deluxe, but yeah, because the Founders Pack is leaving. They are introducing a Champions Pack, which is literally what I said. It is going to be for a little more. Because Champions Pack is $29.99. So, which I mean is understandable, because still for $30, there's enough champions in that pack to still be cool with a $30 price tag, to be honest. And it includes all current and future champions. Then there's Season Pass 2018, which comes with the battle passes for this year and crystals, and then Digital Deluxe, which is the Champions Pack and the Season Pass. which is $60. Which is a $10 discount. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Victor is looking different. Oh boy, is he looking different. There's a new presentation for title screen and main menu again. Yeah, they're really like changing out. Like, oh hey, speaking of that, maybe we'll load in before we get into the podcast. All right, VIP program is being gone. End of match lobby is changing. Oh Christ. Okay. Oh, they're removing the Champions Quest. That sucks. That means I'm not going to get it redone before they introduce OB70. There's no way I'm going to be able to get 40 daily. I might be able to get 40 daily. Maybe.
If you jump on every day.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if someone else was to jump on.
Let's see. The Gold Chest reward will now be obtained as a free reward in the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass free rewards track will also include a Diamond Chest. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's not bad at all. I was expecting something much worse. Daily quests now reward Battle Pass experience instead of VIP point. Okay, so this is how they're reworking it then.
Wait, you do the quest, you get you get more experience. Yeah.
So instead of so they're just kind of like transforming VIP points into Battle Pass experience essentially, and that Battle Pass experience is just a different level that will only be attached to the new stuff that you can acquire. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So you do your dailies and you can get Battle Pass experience rather than what you call it. Yeah.
Ticks
on
a gold chest.
Yeah. And a diamond chest.
Yeah.
Like Covert Ops? I don't think I've seen this Lexicon. Oh my god.
It's from Strike.
Wait, after downloading Paladin Strike... so Covert Lex is in Paladin Strike, and you get the Maeve skin in Paladins. Okay. Yeah, players now permanently unlock new esports chest. The crap? Be able to obtain this by watching various streams such as... Oh, okay. So they're introducing a new chest for the esports streams.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because it was just like little...
You got your head stuck, didn't you? Yep, you did.
Like little rewards here and there. Poor guy.
You alright, buddy? He doesn't understand how big he is.
I know. Yeah, he's a big doge, buddy. Not something to be taken lightly.
You alright? Yeah, he doesn't make noise, so he's hurt.
Holy crap. Okay, so it came up. Can I escape out of this? Okay, alright. Why do I have this? 29 diamond chests. Sweet Christ, what the... Full metal frame for what? Oh, I think it just automatically gives you the battle pass stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I say you have it already. I logged in today. I don't have it, and I was like, "Oh, you're on PC."
PTS.
Yeah.
If I can get this Prowler off the screen. Love you, Paladins. But now I can't really, because I mean, what I've seen of the title screen looks pretty awesome. Too bad I can't see more right now. Mm-hmm. Because game. Mash buttons. Yeah.
What about the gravestones?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, those. Oh my god. They are also seem to be taking a tip from Overwatch, which isn't a bad idea in the fact that they're much like the Demon Genos during Siege of Ascension was the loading screen or the welcoming screen. The reworked Victor is now. I don't know if that's a thing that like rotates like Paladin or like Overwatch does, or if it's just going to be like, every like OB or build or whatever will have like a featured champion on your welcome screen.
I'm okay with that. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's definitely a lot of things that Overwatch did that can be taken from, which openly, one thing that they did take from Overwatch was the top play mechanic. That's actually one thing they've been open on. It's like, we implemented this after they did. And the fact that like every kill, whether it's a kill or assist, accrue as eliminations rather than kills and assists, even though Paladins now actually keeps a KD instead of a KDA. So, and it's whatever. But yeah, so I think that's about
it. Because I'm about to have a rampaging 60-pound puppy in my office. So, I guess, Des, that would bring episode 100 to a close.
100.
100 weeks of you and I talking together.
I know, right?
With various other people.
I know, right? It is insanity. For, close to the 100th time, this has been your boy Raven. You can find me, as usual, at DES_Raven on Twitter. DES Raven, all one word. When it comes to, PS4, just be sure, you let me know. Oh, okay, but you can use crystals to purchase battle pass levels also.
Okay.
That's slightly unfortunate. But anyway.
That's really unfortunate.
That's slightly unfortunate. Which, I mean, like I said, they got to sneak something in to try and get their money because, I mean, they've passed up a lot of, like, easy money opportunities.
Yeah.
To help basically keep their... So, I mean, they're probably going to be sneaking... Oh, they are getting ready for launch. There's no more beta logo on the Paladins logo. I just noticed that. There's no red beta stamp on this logo.
Hell yeah. About time. Let's get it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely still in open beta because this is open beta 70, but they're actually... Like I said, the end is definitely in sight because there's no beta stamp there. So, wow. I mean, I've been so used to seeing it. I just looked up and it's like, oh, it's not there. So, yeah, interesting things. But yeah, and that's where you can find me because I like to talk to you guys. Hi.
You can find me on Twitter at BusterKnuckle13. You can also find me on Xbox at the same name. BusterKnuckle13, that's 1-3. You can find this podcast, the RNGCast, at the RNGCast on Twitter, the RNGCast at gmail.com. If you want to send us an email, talk to us. We have a Discord. I think we fixed the Discord link debacle, but if not, just tweet at us and we will fix it. The previously mentioned Patreon is also an option for you. If you choose to support us monetarily, you will get exclusive content that no one else can get. And if you're in our Discord, you get a cool red name and access to the Patreon lounge where you can talk to us very easily. Actually, you can pretty much talk to us wherever because we're always around. I'm BlisterLister113 on PSN. Please send me a message saying RNGcast or something of the like, and I don't think you're a bot. And that being said, this is episode 100 of the RNGcast. Des, cheers to 100 more.
Indeed.
And we are out.
Later, man.
See you all next week.